Welcome to Desert Island Tim's. My guest today is involved in the very worthwhile charity, the Kano Foundation. Joe Mackin, it's very good to have you here. How are you?
Doing fine, Billy, how are you?
Not so bad. Could you tell us a wee bit more about Kano and how you get involved?
The Kano Foundation's a kids charity that mainly takes kids to Celtic Park for a match day experience. We do try and help kids any way we can, but that's like our main function. We've got 62 season tickets at Celtic Park. 52 of them can go to any kids group that actually applies through the website. And it's all fan based, fan funded. We think we're the only fan funded group that actually does this in the world.
I know that you raise most of your money through fans' donations. Are you open to maybe businesses and companies sponsoring you?
We're certainly open to any business or company that wants to get involved. But for the last 3 years it's been mainly fans' donations that's kept us going. It says we're actually getting kids a hot meal at the moment when they turn up at Celtic Park, and it's been the CSEs that's been sponsoring it. For £100 that pays for the kids' hot meals, and we get their name up on the screens. Today's group are sponsored by whatever CSE. But that's the only main groups that have been giving us money. Normally it's just individual fans.
What about yourself? How did you get into this?
Get started. It's a long story that. Started basically, there was a boy in Australia who wasn't well, and there was Celtic fans collecting for him, Martin Kane. They actually raised £68,000. I wasn't in the group collecting for him, I just helped out with the odd dance or the bucket collection. But the kids that done the bucket collection for him, as a thank you, get took to the football. So somebody came up with the idea, how can we not do this all the time? So we I got a phone call, asked if I want to get involved. Kids charity, certainly, help out any way I can. And it's just snowballed for that. We started with nothing. We just sat down in the pub one night, banged our heads together. We're hoping to get 20 season tickets. Thought we could get enough money raised for that. But we ended up the first season we bought 50 with donations for all over the world. For you name it. So we did. So now we're in my third year. Money's a wee bit tight this year. So there's a lot of other things have been going on this year. Next year we're actually hoping to start a membership scheme, but hopefully people will find out about that in the next few weeks. There's a couple of details to get ironed out, but hopefully the fans will get behind us again, and hopefully can continue to do this for a few more years yet.
How can people contact you?
Main point of contact would be through our website, www.kanofoundation.com. And we've got Twitter and Facebook as well, so it shouldn't be too hard to find us. We're on Mace forums, Celtic forums that are out there. So hopefully people shouldn't find it too hard.
Well, that takes us to your first song. What did you pick, and why did you pick it?
My first song, basically, I've tried to do the songs like the order of my life growing up, and the first song just takes me back to my childhood. Something a wee bit different at the time. Everybody was getting into it. So basically this song always sticks in my head right away as my youth.
That was Psycho Killer by Talking Heads. Joe, what was your childhood like?
My childhood was great. I grew up in Easterhouse, East End of Glasgow. It gets a rough name, but I didn't have one hassle. I was there in Easterhouse for about 24 years. Didn't have any hassles at all. School was great. People running about you in your street and that. You didn't have much, but you didn't know at the time you didn't have much, do you know what I mean? You were just like everybody else. You know, just my mum and dad always worked, they always did a wee bit, but growing up was great in Easterhouse. I loved it. So I did. I still get friends and family there now. I got up to Easterhouse quite regular. Got a wee uncle up there especially, I got up and see him a lot. But I've no complaints with Easterhouse, it was great. So it was.
What did you get up to?
Now.
That you can tell us.
Basically, I played football. That's one of my main memories. I'd always had a ball.
Aye.
Somebody always had a ball, do you know what I mean? You'd be in that street playing at Oilers. There was a couple of schools around about. There was a football park. There was always somewhere to play football, kicking the ball about. And you hear the stories about years ago that all the Elgins would come out and down for verandas and kick the ball. That's what it was like. It was just, you played between the poles, running about the motors, and you played there for hours, you know what I mean?
Aye.
That's my main memory of Easterhouse was there was, I didn't see a lot of hassle. There was gang fights and all that, what it's renowned for, it says, but I wasn't involved in that. You didn't need to be involved in that if you didn't want to be, do you know what I mean?
It was a choice, wasn't it?
It was a great place to grow up, so it was.
And so what were your teens like?
My teens were a wee bit more adventurous,
right,
with the secondary schools and that, but it was still mainly football. There was wee street teams up in Easterhouse. There was a lot of camaraderie in Easterhouse. There was hundreds of things to do in Easterhouse, you know what I mean? There was always clubs going on about, and there was a lot of adventurous things to do in Easterhouse, shall we say. There was you could go up to anything you wanted.
Aye.
But there was community centres and all that. There was all sorts of boxing clubs and things like that. I think on a school trip to Lloret de Mar in Spain, that was a wee bit of experience. There was, say, 30, 40, 50 wains to Easterhouse, all tramping about Lloret de Mar. The teachers, I don't know how they survived, but even the wee looky men, I think they got a wee bit of fright on the beach as well. There was all sorts getting took off that tray. So there was.
So I think that leads us into your next song. What did you pick in?
My next song was obviously a wee bit older.
Uh-huh.
But when I first heard this, I just thought it was so different and it was brilliant. But I think I actually get released.
Right.
When I actually made it big.
Uh-huh.
Don't quote me on it, but I think, cause I'm sure I heard that months and months before. A lot of people found out about this group, do you know what I mean?
Right, aye.
So this was basically their first song, and it was a wee bit different. That's how it sticks in my head.
Supersonic by Oasis. Who were your influences and your heroes?
I'd need to say basically family and friends. I was very independent when I was younger. I was always, didn't want anybody's help. I was always trying to do things for myself, trying to learn things for myself. I'd be out there doing it. You know what I mean? Might have been doing it wrong, but I'd be out giving it a good try. So I think my parents were great with us. I never really wanted for anything. So I need to say my mum and dad were the biggest influence in my life. I've got an older brother who was just fantastic. He was about 9 years older than me, but he would always take me everywhere with him. So basically you're always picking up things and learning things off of them. So they'd probably as you say, my heroes, my best influences in my life.
Right.
So I think they let me go out there and do it and go for it.
Aye.
And that's they didn't hold me back.
Aye, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. What about your the football heroes? Did you have...
Football was just always Celtic. It's just finally, I was talking to my brother earlier, his room was just covered. Celtic memorabilia, flags, scarves, you name it. So it was always, I can't really mind anything other than Celtic, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
It used to be, my wee aunties would come up on Saturday afternoon and they'd be listening to the game on the radio, and they'd their wee making their soup in the kitchen, but I'm sure there's a wee hoff or two in there as well. You'd hear them shouting and screaming at the radio, so there's always something going on about the football.
We'll go on to your next song.
My next song is when I started going to the pubs and that. We used to all chip in money, pound for the jukebox, but basically we'd go up to the jukebox and we'd try and pick the longest songs we could to try and get our money's worth at the jukebox. So it was songs like Telegraph Road, Queen Bohemian Rhapsody that went on forever. And this is when I first started hearing this song. I'd never heard this song before. And the quirkiness of it really got me.
Right.
But as I say, I just learned it was sitting in a pub where I used to play football with elder groups. They'd all about 10 years older than me.
Right.
So all of them knew the song, but I didn't know half of these songs at the time. So that's how I started.
You were all playing it because you wanted your
basically
10 pence worth.
Everybody chipped their pound in and you were picking songs at 12 and 15 minutes long. Everybody in the pub would go, man, but our wee Colin would be quite happy.
That was Paradise by the Dashboard Light by Meatloaf. I got it. What are your earliest memories of going to Celtic Park?
I think the first time I went to Celtic Park was 1976. I think it was Motherwell we played. I think we won. And I'm sure Ken Douglas scored.
Right,
That's basically all I can remember about it.
uh-huh.
But I must have been about 6 years old or so.
Right.
So it was, and it was my brother that took me. So it was, and that's basically that's the earliest I can remember. I might have been before, but I can't remember it before that.
Uh-huh.
And I can. So we started well.
What was the games that kind of stood out for you when you were younger?
The big European nights.
Right.
See, when we used to get the bus down for the East End, and there was the old bus park where the bars factory used to be.
Mm-hmm.
Used to walk in that way. Used to always try and get a lift over.
Aye.
So we'd always hang about there, try and get a lift there. And just walking up to the grun, you see the floodlights. The atmosphere started building for you on the bus. You know what I mean? As soon as you get off that bus though, you were there. You were in amongst it. So you know what I mean? That's my. You always look forward to the big European, especially the cold November nights and that.
I know.
And you see all the coming off the lights, all the steam coming off the lights.
Aye.
That's one of my earliest memories.
And that was the old.
Because they were just different. They were just different for the normal league games. But you're in that jungle. There was always a jungle I went to even when I was younger. My brother went to the jungle, I went to the jungle. Once I was a wee bit older, then I was up the back of the jungle myself. And it's just, I know a lot of people say a lot of stories, but it's certainly different from anywhere else I've been. The jungle was fantastic.
Uh-huh.
So it was.
I think that leads into another song.
Hi, my next song was I was actually down at Manchester for the Roy Keane testimonial. It wasn't long after Jimmy Johnson sadly passed away. But that day, I had a wee van at the time, and my brother and my cousin were in the back of the van. I'd kitted it out with like insulation and put the wee DVD screens up and that. So they had their airtail, a wee shed bit or two in the back of the van. But it was me and my boy. That was my boy's first away game. It was down at Manchester. Got to Manchester and it was scorching, so we actually had a fantastic day. But that particular game, at half time, I'm sure Jimmy Johnson's boy came out onto the park, and all the Celtic fans for 10 minutes solid just sang this song. And every time I hear this song now, it takes me back to that night down in Manchester. The emotion Celtic fans showed for Jimmy Johnston, guys like Tommy Burns, you just don't get that in any other club.
No.
It's just something in Celtic fans, something in your belly when something like that happens. How they help each other and bring it all together, and I don't know how they do it, but the outpouring of grief for, as I say, the guys like the two names I mentioned is unbelievable. And that day, this song brings me back to a bit of my family, because it was my boy's first away game and we had such a good day. Everything went. I was sober too. I didn't have a drink. Then I did. I think I get home about 3 a.m, stone cold sober, trying to drag them out the back of my van because they were lying steaming. But this song just brings everything all back. That whole day just comes straight back to me as soon as I hear that song.
That was Dirty Old Town by Jimmy Johnston in Simple Minds. What irritates you, Joe?
Not a lot, if I'm honest. I normally just kind of get on with things. If somebody annoys me, I'll kind of just go away and just go and date myself, as I was talking about earlier on. I don't really rely on a lot of people to do things for me. What irritates me? Laziness. I don't like laziness. So me and my boy are constant loggerheads, and he lie in his bed all day with him not being at uni. That does my nothing. But simple things, laziness and stupidness, that's me taking me back to my boy again. But if there's
I take it you're not going to let him hear this.
But laziness is, I don't see any point in it. So, if you're not going to do something right, don't do it. Stupidness, I work in the building site, so I see a lot of stupid things getting done when they really shouldn't be, and that does my nut. But normally I'm very easygoing, mild-mannered, and I don't really blow my backside about anything really. I just get on with it.
The next song.
The next song takes us into Surf Coast Problems. Every time I hear this song's quite apt for the way the media kind of portrays them and the way things are covered up and everything looks rosy in their side of the garden when all these internet bampots are telling you otherwise. So this song kind of sums up their situation for the last year or so.
That was Sinead O'Connor in The Emperor's New Clothes. How do you relax?
Very rarely, to be honest. The charity takes up a big chunk of your time. I'm working during the day. You get home at night, you're normally running about after. I've got 2 teenagers and a 7-year-old boy. So you're running about after them, trying to do things in the house. And as soon as you do get any time to yourself, I'm sitting on the computer answering emails or whatever, phoning people. I'm out 2-3 times a week meeting people, whether it be in a pub or there's always some kind of meeting going on. But relaxing is getting the kids to the park, kicking the ball about with the kids. I actually love my holidays. Last year we actually went away at Christmas, the first time I'd done that, and that was absolutely brilliant. That was relaxing because it was just a total chill out. It's not, I'd never been away at Christmas before. It's normally just the summer. That was absolutely fantastic. Just 80 degrees when Hurricane Ballbag was blowing all yous about, I think it was. That was brilliant. I kept getting phone calls, this is blue doing that. I don't care, I'm on holiday. But chilling out is normally just lying on my couch. Time I get all my emails and that done, if I can catch a bit of football on the telly, then I'm quite happy about that.
Fantastic. The next song?
Next song is just a song I seem to be finding everybody likes, and as soon as you hear the first wee bit of the guitar, wee threads at the start, you just in the pubs, you've seen people's feet tapping, everybody just seems to know, and it's a song that just gets everybody together and, for a wee sing song in the karaoke and that.
That was Folsom Prison Blues by the fantastic Johnny Cash. So what does the future hold for you, Joe?
Well, 3 years ago I didn't expect to be doing what I'm doing now, this charity work, but hopefully in 5 years time I'll still be doing charity work. This is something a wee bit, well, I think it's a wee bit special. People tell me it's a wee bit special, but the fact it's all funded with the fans is amazing. We've actually kept it going so long. But we're projecting 5-10 years time to do this. We've had a wee sticky year this year with money. Celtic's had a good go at their 125 for 125, so that's took a lot of money off us. Hopefully we'll be launching a membership scheme soon, next couple of months. But family wise, everything looks good for the future. Charity wise, I don't see how it can continue. Celtic play ball, we keep giving us the discounted, cheap £50 season tickets. If Celtic play ball, we're giving us the £50 season tickets, then hopefully this can run for many years to come.
Well, I must admit, Joe, I really do admire what you do, and I hope all your hopes and dreams come true in the future.
What we do is pretty simple, taking kids to the football, but it works. It's nothing hard in it, it works. And that's the good thing about it.
So your next song?
Next song takes us to basically the way I feel when I see Sevco fans, when I hear Sevco fans crying about their injustices. This song just brings everything right back to me. Don't get me wrong, it's a fantastic song. It's a simple, plain song, but it's genius because it's so simple. But the word in it is just fantastic for Sevco fans.
That was Blue Eyes Crying in the Rain by Willie Nelson. Right, Joe, we've come to the part of the programme where I give you the complete works of the dandy and a copy of the Bible to take with you to your island. Would you like a copy of the Bible?
Certainly. Take the Bible. There wouldn't be a lot today in that island, so it'll keep me going for a wee while.
Exactly. What would your other book be and why?
My other book is actually Trainspotting by Irvin Welsh. I was saying the other one, but a couple of songs have been different. The Trainspotting book actually reads the way we talk, as in slang, and it was a wee bit hard to comprehend at first. But I was actually staying in Toronto at the time, and I don't even think I'd read a book before. I was staying in Toronto, and it was just lying about the apartments we were staying in. My wife's dad's book. So when I picked it up and started reading it, it was just, it hit the moment precisely. I know it was a wee bit controversial at the time, about the drugs and things like that, but it hit the nail on the head with the drug scene and how desperate people would get. So that's the reason why I picked Trainspotting.
A luxury. You're allowed to take a luxury. It can't be a human being, and it can't be a phone.
My luxury in the desert island, I think it would need to be a ball. I've always had a ball at my feet I was tiny, so that would certainly pass the time. I'm sure I get a couple of wee shells or something for goals. But certainly a ball would have my luxury item.
Your final song is quite a controversial one.
It's a wee bit different.
Aye.
The final song takes me right up to the present day. I've tried to do my songs in a chronological order. So this takes us up to the present day. I know I'm harping on about Servco again, but I just can't understand the mentality of them sometimes. This song, there was a wee man sitting on his couch with his teddies. Actually thinks he was doing his bit. It was played on the jumbotrons at Ibrox, and they thought this was helping their cause. So basically just sums up their whole situation they're in at the moment.
Joe Mackin, thank you very much for being a Desert Island Tim.
Thanks very much, Billy, for giving us a chance.